Decide to stop singing calypso, but my fans and them keep telling me no. All my female fans start behaving dread. They say if I stop, they killing me dead. I say the competition causing too much confusion, and I really can't tell the reason why. Cause every time I win a crown, certain fellas in the town, they trying their best to choke out me eye. They say they go put me down, they threatening with license gun, criticizing every song that I sing. So before they get in a rage and shoot me down on the stage, I finish it with this calypso thing. But they tell me lick them down, I jam out lick them down. Every time they come, lick them to the ground. I tell you lick them down, I jam out lick them down. Every time they come, lick them to the ground. Don't mind the old talk, don't mind the gossip, don't let nothing they say stand in your way. Oh, I tell you lick them down, I jam out lick them down. Boy, I tell you lick them down, I jam out lick them down. Check it. Oh, yeah. We go Manchester, we go oi. Oh, yeah. Oi. On the telephone, me fans nagging me. They say, Jamu, what you doing to it? And old man say, young fella, you mad. You're making a mistake and you'll be sad. So long we supporting you. Now look what you want to do. Man of your own self, you should be ashamed. You call yourself a warrior. Now you want to surrender. And I really feel you should change your name. Because of some stupid threat, you're getting nervous and sweat. Now you want to try your talent away. Although it is your own choice, but take my stupid advice. Let them fellas learn it in the hard way. I tell you lick them down, I jam will lick them down. Every time they come, lick them to the ground. I tell you lick them down, I jam will lick them down. Every time they come, lick them to the ground. Don't mind the old job.
A pleasant good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen, and how are we doing this afternoon? It's that kind of evening for me. Coming very, very, very fiery this evening. It's that kind of evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is the 7th of July, 2023. It is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. And guess who's here with you? This is your very own Royalty James. Class is in session.
The carnival fever is in the air, but I cannot sleep, I have a nightmare. What to really do, my friends, I don't know. My body in it, I feel to explode. My family start to complain, they think that I am insane. So they tell me, please go and sing your song. My grandmother tell me, son, I think it's time that you learn. On top of the stage is where you belong. Forget about what people say, you got lots of fans out there.
So the persons who have already been on the live, I want to be respectful and say good afternoon to each and every one of you.
Let them know this year we are made.
Amanda Charles, don't go and sleep.
I tell you, lick them down,
Michael Frank,
Jamo, lick them down.
Keisha Walcott,
When they come,
Amanda Charles,
I tell you, lick them down. I Jamo, lick them down. Every time they come, lick them to the ground.
Renrick McQueen,
The old talk, don't
Andra, good evening to you.
let
Kimmy Clark, good afternoon to you, everybody. Let us start this evening's class now, man.
I tell you, lick them down. I Jamo, lick them down. Boy, I tell you, lick them down. I Jamo, lick them down. We go king. Check it out.
down right now, ladies and gentlemen. So a pleasant good afternoon to you again. I want to say God's blessings to each and every one of you guys. And I hope that God would have treated you and the family in the best of ways for the past few days. I want to ensure that I'm coming through your speaker in the manner in which I'm supposed to. I don't know, I thought I was talking a little bit low in my headphone. I'm hoping that you're hearing me a little better now, right? And we are about to converse. Go ahead right now and share up the live. Let persons know that I am on. Let them know that Royalty James is here. The man with the information and the man with the facts. I know I've been off for a few days, and you all do understand, because every time I can't make it, I would ensure that I let you guys know. There was some unforeseen circumstances. There was others that persons would have agreed, especially on Monday. I really was geared up for Monday, but persons was like, they do want to view the virtual service for Brother Nimrod's mother. And so respectfully, we made the decision, myself and my production team, to have not had the program. And I know I know that I missed. I know that I was missed, all right? Persons was like, hey, I'm not seeing you. All messages from all different ends. But however, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back, and we're back with a bang. All right? So good afternoon to each and every person. I want to say good afternoon wholeheartedly. But before we start, we have some information to give out. We want to say to the persons of St. Mark's, tomorrow at Hero Square, starting at 6:30, we would have a general public meeting, right? Dr. Clarice Modest-Cowing, the MP for St. Mark's, she would be at Hero Square along with other speakers, myself included, right? We would be giving you information, most needed information, and being able to gather our people in St. Mark's as per usual together, all right? We would start at 6:30 as aforementioned. There would be buses traversing from both the top side and down on the Maran Grosse Point area. All right. If there are persons that might have been left behind, we would not hesitate to come back. So, right, even if we have catered buses, we would ensure that if you didn't come on the first trip, you would be able to get the second trip. All right. So persons for as far as Samaritan and as far as Maran, there will be buses traversing those areas. Shirley Lacret, she says she's listening all the way from the UK. So good afternoon to my wonderful persons out there in the diaspora. As I said, don't forget to share the live. All right. So that is for the persons out there in St. Mark's. Don't forget we're at Hero Square tomorrow. All right. We, the New National Party Youth Arm, will be presenting 2 days of empowerment conferences for students. We have speakers like Dr. Augustine Panchu, Honorable Emlyn Pay, and Pastor Lambert Paul. Those would be held on July 11th and 12th, respectively, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. On Tuesday, we would be at St. Andrew's and St. Patrick's at the arena. And then on Wednesday, it would be St. George's, St. Mark's, and St. David's and St. John's. This is a date to be announced. So put those things down on your date. The New National Party Youth Arm, there would be 2 days of empowerment conference that will be held. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, those was information from the party, and we want to ensure that we are letting you guys know that we're geared and we're ready and we're recuperating nicely. You understand me? Let them sit there and only ask, when is convention? Let us take our time while we recuperate and get ready for the next general election, ensuring that we put everything together. So as somebody is saying to the adults, go ahead, send your children. It's for the students. It's an empowerment program. It is nothing that is politically affiliated. If your daughter or son is, you support the other side, you will not be rejected. It is just for information to be disseminated as, school is closed and so on. All right. So we're ready to start today's information and dissemination of information. And you know how I normally do it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't give you no kind of mediocre information based on feelings. You understand me? I like to give you straight up facts. Now, I want to start by saying, you see, a lot of the persons within the present administration were persons who believe to themselves that the position that they hold now would have never been held. And so there were times in the past, they were Facebook bajans, and they were persons who sat back and relaxed and said very little or nothing. Sorry, not little or nothing, sorry. While the party was, that's the NNP administration, was in operation, they were the ones being extremely vocal, going live and doing all such a thing, and forgetting that one day, maybe, just maybe, they would have been sitting in those chairs. And now, what we're realizing is that we have a lot of regurgitation of a lot of clips and so on that was brought out during the time they were waiting to become governance or be part of the governance of the state. And so there were persons who were making clips like those.
That are wrong right now. And this is why I'm making the lie. That if you speak, you get victimized. And this is wrong. Because we should be able to speak. I can tell you I'm not a yes man. Right? We should be able to speak. If NDC is in power right now, we should be able to say exactly what we don't like that is going on in government. If an NMP, vice versa, same thing. Right? There's a fear going on right now that if you talk, you're going to get victimized. And that has to stop. We have to stop that. Whoever is doing it, we have to expose them. And I tell you what else going on. But you're voting for NMP or NDC or whatever it is. When you go into a rally, go and listen to exactly what they are saying. See if it makes sense. Get a pen and piece of paper, write it down. And when they go in office, hold them against it. A man can't just come and just promise you X, Y, Z, and when he come, he ain't doing it. Hold them against it. And if we start demanding more other people, they wouldn't have a choice but to raise their level. But if these parties see that we just, anything goes for us, they will continue giving us mediocre.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering, this is the voice of the today Minister of Government, Andy Williams. This was words uttered during a time when it was way in the back of his mind that he would have someday sat in the position that he is presently sitting in. And I want you to jot what he said here. Listen to what he said here.
When you go into a rally, go and listen to exactly what they are saying. See if it makes sense. Get a pen and piece of paper, write it down. And when they go in office, hold them against it. And when they go in office, hold them against it. Paper, write it down. And when they go in office, hold them against it.
So, the advice given, not by myself, the advice that was uttered there by the today Minister of Implementation and Transformation and Mobilization. This was words uttered by him when his party waited as a government. And so you heard his words clearly that we should hold them or anyone accountable for making promises to us as a people. And we ought not to sit down mediocritively. We ought not to sit down and have people do us what they want. Not my words, his words. And so, ladies and gentlemen, now I'm hoping that I can go on to my main points for this evening. And let me start with this one. I don't want to play it long because I'm certain that a few persons might have heard it already. All right? I am certain that a few persons might have heard it already. But I want to focus on the response given. All right? I want to focus on the response given. But I'll play the clip still.
Sir, there is some people, there is a crippled man right there. And now I could bring you, go. Take your police and let's go. I write in in Springs going down.
I want to get to our main point.
You know what she was eating? Dry coconut and sugar. So I want to know if you have any intention on putting back the people that is still dead and alive on the list. Because, sir, I am working along with geriatric people. And that's the poor class people who cannot pay. These people and them have no time. Somebody say, you know you have to go in the village and see the condition of the people for you to understand. A lot of people talking, they are hypocrites.
Right. I don't want to go through the whole thing, but I want to focus on the response of the individual. I want you to listen to the manner in which a prime minister answered to something of that nature. Listen to this.
Well, our MP here is the Minister of Social, Community Development and Housing, and the SEED program falls under his ministry. That's what we're talking about. Listen, we're coming to the SEED program. I was saying the MP here is the Minister responsible for Social, Community Development, Housing, and that includes the SEED program. There are two things. The ministry is going through a process of cleaning up the seed list. The truth is, there were people who died and whose name remain on the seed list. There were people, and I'm telling you this firsthand because I witnessed it myself, who didn't need no seed money, who have their jobs, who have their...
No, I want to pause this right here. I want to pause this right here. I want to pause this here for a purpose. Now, if we could remember clearly, the last minister responsible for that position, does anybody in the class know? Just put your hand up and answer the question. Who was the person responsible for basically the seed program, under whose ministry did it fall during the reign of the new National Party? I want to see how bright my students are. So let me try to remember who was the minister that held such a position. Now let me say this. And now you have to put everything into perspective. Now the individual who held that position told the Grenadian people that she basically was pushed out of a political party because of words uttered by the prime minister then, or the political leader, because she shared her opinion that she believed that he should have given up the role that he held. So she was rather disgruntled that the political leader did not listen to her when that was mentioned. Now you have the today prime minister, in whom you resign from a political party. Legally, you cross the floor and you join the government. Now here you have the prime minister making serious allegations for a position you held, a ministerial position you held. Now I haven't heard you call the persons to have a meeting in no school yet. Neither I didn't hear you ask for a press conference for this, because this is allegations and defamation against your name. When you said to the Grenadian people that you are one of the persons, in whom the past administration can say that your ministerial position and your ministry was trustworthy, and you were one of the ministers of the past that had one of the best track record. But here you have now the today prime minister trashing your ministerial position, trashing your decorum, defamating your character as an individual while sitting in office, and you sit there and do nothing. Tell me what class and integrity that you spoke about when you wanted to leave the new National Party. Here you have the prime minister today, to date prime minister, speaking as it relates to allegations, serious allegations of persons who was on the seed list or the seed program. He's stating that persons was dead, and I don't want to play, I don't want to say it. I want to hear you. Let me hear him say it.
There were people, and I'm telling you this firsthand because I witnessed it myself, who didn't need no seed money, who have their jobs, who have their vehicles, who have their homes, whose names were on the seed list. There are persons who maybe they were teenagers when they were in school, they were on the seed list, and subsequently.
This is not my words. This is not my words. Remember Dr. Mitchell, in whom you mention in whatever way disrespected you. And you stood because of what? Integrity and class. You left mentioning and saying to the Grenadian people, don't forget that you held the position that your track record is clean. That your track record is very clean, and none of them could have pointed their finger to you and say that your ministry was in no mayhem. And so, the New National Party, nobody within the New National Party came forward and said, no, you're lying. Your ministry was involved in X, Y, or Z. But here you sit with the government, while the political leader of the NDC and the Prime Minister is mentioning that within your ministerial role and the stint of your role, you had persons' name on the list. You were the minister. He's saying that about you. This is what he's saying. This is allegations. This is defamation. Because he's basically saying that at the time there was corrupt practices within your ministry. This is what is being said. But no, Dr. Mitchell, you want Dr. Mitchell throat bad. So Dr. Mitchell was the one in whom you believe that was going to take the time off and come publicly and say you did this or did that. No. The stone that the builder refused, the stone that the builder refused will become the head cornerstone. Someday, I would see you back. Trust me when I tell you that. Someday, woman, someday, I would see you. Some way, if I die, hands go bring the news for me. You would come back to the fore and say to these people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, I made a mistake. What I thought was green grass, or what I thought was light at the end of the tunnel, was a train that was coming at me. Because at the end of the day, you can't say to a people that somebody, look at it. It is there. It is evident. It is evident, ladies and gentlemen. It is evident. It is information that have been audio taped, video taped. And you hear what is being said? You hear what is being said?
Have their jobs, who have their vehicles,
right,
who have their homes,
right,
whose names were on the list. There are persons who maybe they were teenagers when they were in school, they were on the seed list, and subsequently they were not removed,
right,
working their full time. So we have to clean up the list first. When we clean up the list, we have no issues with persons. If they were not properly removed, they will be put back on the list.
So listen to the statement. If they were not properly removed. So now, I don't finish saying what I'm saying yet. Because at the end of the day, I want women especially, and me as I'm one person, I'm big on women power. Eh? I'm big on women power. Now, in that deliberation made by the woman there, one of the things I expected to hear from the Minister of National Security is that the ongoing investigation for the prank calls have met an assessment. Because when Brother Rollo would have made the statement that he made on the calling program, immediately you all took it and said that your ministry is investigating prank calls. So what I expected to hear from the Minister of National Security is that the ongoing investigation with the prank calls is somewhat on its way. But now, you heard nothing about prank calls. You heard allegations now that persons who was on the list or on the list, they dead. And they should not have been there. And they have house and they have car. So, where is the prank calls? Where is the information? Where is the investigation? What is the process of the investigation of the prank calls? How is the prank call investigation going? That's what we want to know. Because remember, when persons stated that they were being removed from the list, the dear sister came and she said, we have persons that are making prank calls. And she gave names in aiding in the investigation. And here we have the minister sitting alongside the Minister of National Security, and neither one of them mentioned nothing about the prank call in which Sister Gloria Thomas made public that she believed that persons are being removed from the seed program, and it is because of persons who are maliciously going around and make prank calls. And here we have the Minister of National Security and the Minister of Social Development, and neither one of them mentioned prank call. Neither one of them mentioned prank call. And so we have a new turn to the tale, because the new turn to the tale now is that they're cleaning up the list because of persons who might have been dead and who persons who are not in a position. The person who the woman spoke about, what she expected is that to be said, okay, we're going to look into that person and maybe send somebody to her with a pen and a pencil or a piece of paper and say, give us that name. Let us make the ministry go through that person. These are the kind of incompetence all you have. This is what I just can't understand about this administration. And you see, the thing about it, they are so far-minded that even when they are being humiliated, they don't even understand. They don't even understand, because listen this one. Listen this one, Papa. Listen this one. And mind you, after mentioning that, the individual who she spoke about sat there laughing. Listen to that.
Miss Joseph, I seen a little bit about you. But Mr. Ron Redhead, where you did? I'm seeing you. I can't hear you. I want to know where. All I'm hearing about is a Willis, a Boca, a this, and I can't hear about Mardi Gras. The only thing I hear about good up is the health center.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is a video footage. And mind you, ladies and gentlemen, sitting at the table, we have the Prime Minister, not the Prime Minister, we have Sister Claudette Joseph, we have Brother Andy Williams, we have Pastor, not Lacrette, yes, Jonathan Lacrette, we have Brother Ron Redhead. They sat at the table, and when that was said, they giggled, they laughed, they laughed.
Miss Joseph, I see
I don't find the lady give a joke.
But Mr. Ron Redhead, where you did?
Where you did?
I'm seeing you. I can't hear you.
And mind you, the individual sat there and laughed. No, I just want to understand what is the prerogative of these individuals. Now, this is a concerned person within your constituency. After 1 year in governance, asking you the question, where are you? Where are you? We voted for you. We don't see you. And you sit down there and you're there laughing like a sheshe cat. You're laughing there like a sheshe. Because I cannot understand something of that nature. And you laugh. And you grin. Like Green Agency is your puppy show. You can't tell me these people are them serious. You can't tell me that these people sits and understand their role and function. Because at the end of the day, the biggest news is that when you hear GBN speak anything about the Prime Minister, is because he travel. This is what you hear. Allegations flinging left, right, and center about ministers and allegations of ministers. Now let me tell you all something, and what the thing that some of you all are not observing, and mind you, I want you to jot your mind to this. Now, the amount of vigor and the amount of vibe, I know some persons within the National Democratic Congress wanted to get rid of Dr. Mitchell. It is astonishing. It is astonishing, ladies and gentlemen, the silence that is being uttered from these persons. And I can call names. The way Brother Nazim Bok wanted to drink Dr. Mitchell's blood, I know that if this administration was performing in the manner they were going, they wanted to, or he wanted to, he would have been vocal. Sister Franca Bonadin, somebody I know who is very vocal. If this administration was performing to her liking, you would have heard her. Sister Sandra, and all who, wherever time Dr. Mitchell settled somewhere, you would have heard them before. The way they wanted to get rid of Dr. Mitchell, if this administration was performing, you would have heard them. These persons are too silent. Because the manner in which I know the National Democratic Congress normally like to jump on the backs of their victory, it is surprising the manner in which you're not hearing so many of the old guards. Before, by the time Dr. Mitchell sells somewhere, they took it and they ran with it, vocal and voice it. No, you're not hearing them. You don't hearing them, you don't see them. All of them tin the vehicle because when they pass, you have to ask if it's them that driving that still. You see, these people involve themselves and entwine themselves in so much of incompetence that you're asking the question, like, what are you asking? What are you saying? What are you trying to voice? Those persons, they don't get in it. They are not getting it. All we hearing is left, right, and center. This one traveled there and this one traveled there. And you see the thing about it, when they waited, the time they waited to become part and rule, they forget themselves. And let me jot your mind back because I want to bring you all back to all of them and all the statements that they made. Remember when Dr. Mitchell made the announcement as it relates to the oil and gas conversation? Even the campaign last, the today Prime Minister said to the people, they lie. That's not true. That is not true. But an individual came with his facts, and you see, when you hit them with facts, they just can't help but bring out the truth. Listen to this one.
Have oil, and Grenada is in boundary with Venezuela, and Trinidad have oil, and Trinidad is in boundary with Grenada. So I believe that we have oil. I really believe. So, so my question to you, Mr. Deacon Mitchell, do you have any plan to correspond with the government of Venezuela to establish an agreement to determine the marine boundary between Venezuela and Grenada as concern oil and gas in those waters?
Please listen to the response.
Question.
Well, I should answer that first one, yes. But I will go further and say, there is clear evidence that oil and gas, the extent of it which we don't know, have in fact been discovered in the territorial waters of Grenada.
Let me play that again.
Which we don't know, have in fact been discovered in the territorial waters of Grenada. And gas, the extent of it which we don't know, have in fact been discovered in the territorial waters of Grenada.
But when Dr. Mitchell made that announcement in polls, was a lie. Remember when Dr. Mitchell made that same statement, that the investigation and resources will be put in place. But he made the announcement that oil and gas was found in the territorial waters of Grenada.
See, there is clear evidence that oil and gas, the extent of it which we don't know, have in fact been discovered in the territorial waters of Grenada.
I thought that was a lie. I thought Dr. Mitchell just wanted votes. I thought Dr. Mitchell just wanted to be part and parcel and be in power. I never know that was facts. I never know those was facts. I thought those was an utter lie from the Prime Minister then. I thought Dr. Mitchell just gruesomely decided that he was going to lie to the Grenadian people. So I asked the question, who really lie? Who really lie? The fact of the matter is, people, and I'm playing those clips, and I went and I researched those clips, and I'm playing them. I am playing them so you would hear that it's not words that the NNP decide. Oh, and when you speak to them, they tell you, oh, when you say that, clips, the clips are there. Don't afraid, we go bring it to all you. Don't go and search for it for all yourself. We go bring it to all you. We are going to bring it to you guys. Because the clips are there. At the end of the day, they cannot deny them. Because we have them there and we're just waiting for whenever they come up with something new, we ensure that we're giving them live and direct. So we don't worry them. Don't worry them when they come with a little bubble talk and they come with this and you do good and this one do good and that one do good. One get me upset the other day. One get me so upset the other day, and I'm one of the persons, when I'm in the public, I don't like to speak. I don't like to have political conversations. One said to me the other day, I don't know what you'll be talking on the on program. He's a old thief from the police force. I said, well, brother, take it to mean that one of my full mentor in the state of Grenada would be the Minister of Mobilization. I said, because if you consider me a thief and I can't talk on the program, on my own program, then why you have a thief sitting in the ministry and you voted a thief or an alleged thief, but all you only see thief on one side all your eye. So don't worry. If I is a thief, then my mentor is the MP for the South. Because if you could thief and become a minister, I have faith that someday I may sit in that chair too. Someday I may sit in that chair too. Because it's okay to thief in Grenada and hold positions that as high as ministerial roles. So wait. One day you might see me go in and sign and cry too. And admit that I made mistakes. And we all make mistakes in life. And we could change. Remember those clips, are getting that clip too for all you. So don't just see thief on one side all your eye. Anyway, this was my profound and respectful answer to him. And this is the answer I'm giving to all of them in going forward. If I can host a program by myself, earning a mere little $2 as a thief or an alleged thief, and a minister could sit and hold ministerial role as an alleged thief for $6,000 and $7,000, then I have faith. I have faith that someday I go hold that position too. So don't watch down at me. Sooner or later I might just be the minister somewhere down the road. You understand me? And you just know a thief from the police force. The allegation from the individual, a thief from the force, a thief from the port, a thief from the thief police force alone. Force alone, man thief about 3 places and become minister, will have about 4 more places to thief in. So we're moving on, ladies and gentlemen. So I just gave you all the information about the oil and gas. So there is more information, and I tell all you, it's clips I like to play, because when I give you information, I like to give factual information. Right? I like to give you information that is direct. No, listen to me. Now, we need to put things in perspective. Right? And at the end of the day, as I said, you can't tell me, and I don't want to say uneducated, and I always say that on my program. I don't want to call these people uneducated. The mere word to be describing them is incompetence, and I leave it at that. Now, you have a party member who holds a ministerial position making certain, how should I put it, proposal to government. The person making the proposal holds the position as Minister of Legal Affairs, but is making proposal to government based on the position that you hold. What am I talking about? Listen to this.
Therefore demands that there must be substantial changes to the CBI law now. These changes must include: 1, making it a criminal offense punishable by long jail time to sell diplomatic passports. 2, making it mandatory for the names, addresses, and countries of origins of all persons applying for and obtaining CBI status to be published. 3, making it illegal for government officials to invest in CBI-approved project. This is a clear conflict of interest.
No, I don't want to play the whole clip because I don't want to bore all you, but I just want to tell all you, before I give all you, I'm giving all your clips. Now, I want to, and you remember I have to give out prefect badge, so I want to give my first prefect badge today to Keisha Walcott, because my student, I asked person to do an essay, and she did a wonderful essay. Listen to the essay that she gave to me. She said, "Good afternoon, Facebookers. I have a few questions and suggestions for Sister Claudette Joseph relative to the video that I just played." She said, "Lady, you are now the Attorney General of Grenada. Are the issues mentioned for the changes in the CBI law on the government legislation agenda? Or is that proposed changes are no longer required now? Perhaps you should all consider making it legal for ministers of government to be beneficial owners and entities engaged in the CBI business." Now, this was a nice proposal put together by them as a government in waiting. You hear all the nice things, and who want to get jail time, and who want to get this, and who want to get that. No, nice, it sound good, eh? Real pretty. No, she sits in the chair. She holds the position as Minister of Legal Affairs. And ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, within 1 year, her administration, when she made that suggestion, they were a government in waiting. Now, however, this has gone blank on the agenda. All the nice thing you hear she just lists out there was when Dr. Mitchell and his administration was in power. And she want this one locked up, and this one should be locked up. And all the nice suggestions. Now she holds the position as Minister of Legal Affairs. Now tell me when, now that you hear CBI being one of Grenada's biggest economic income boost, now that you hear CBI and the millions of dollars revenue income that has been since obtained from CBI, tell me when last you heard those words uttered within the House of Parliament from the now Minister of Legal Affairs. Brother Andy Williams, this is what you call holding people accountable. This is what you spoke about in your clip before obtaining ministerial role. Those are the things that you mentioned. And so when you hear my program and Mosquito Man and Sheldon Douglas, this is us holding you all accountable for words uttered before. So when you and your surrogates and them come and now to mention where a thief and where Sheldon, oh, and where this one, this, and this one, that, let you all know that we are holding you all accountable for those words uttered. And we're not just telling all, we're playing clips to remind you all. We are playing clips to remind you all. This is not my words, and I'm playing it over again. Not my words, her words.
NDC therefore demands that there must be substantial changes to the CBI law now.
Sheldon Scott, thanks.
These changes must include 1, making it a criminal offense punishable by long jail time to sell diplomatic passports. 2, making it mandatory for the names, addresses, and countries of origins of all persons applying for and obtaining CBI status to be published. 3, making it illegal for government officials to invest in CBI-approved project. This is a clear conflict of interest. 4, requiring stringent due diligence that is not influenced by government officials. 5, removing some of the powers of the minister into the hands of an independent, qualified body. And 6, barring persons acquiring CBI status from being able to vote in our election.
No, I'm asking her the question. Have that since been implemented since you took the role and position of legal affairs? Ask her. This is what you call holding them accountable. This is what you call them. And now you hear them boast as it relates to how great the CBI program have been assisting this economy. So I'm asking the question, no. Where is the application made by the National Democratic Congress then? Now the application that you made then, it was made to yourself. The application that you made in waiting, you basically made that application to yourself. Go back to your laptop or your tablet and see if it is not stored in your cloud. When you jotted all what you jotted, even if you don't remember and you can't get your hand on this clip that I have, go back to your tablet, see whether or not it is stored somewhere you forget. See the things that you mentioned that you wanted implemented and legislated as it relates to the CBI program. It is in your tablet. It is in your tablet. The password for your tablet is 96. That is your password. I know it. You don't know it. I know your password, the password for your tablet. Look on the documents. Go and look on the documents. You may see it there. Type in when I talk stupidness about the CBI and you would get all the information there. That's how you store it. When I talk stupidness about CBI. Put it into perspective. That is what is needed. Because you all sat there and sat back And all you see Dr. Mitchell do things, and you thought it was just him not wanting to do them. Oh, Dr. Mitchell don't have no love for poor people. And he hated poor people. And you hear them mentioning things like the NDC government is the best thing. And there is nothing better than the National Democratic Congress. I'm looking for one day another clip from another one. Telling you, I don't want to give you them in the manner in which I want to give you them. I want you to hear them for yourself. Like that one, run and hide. Like that one, run and hide. In any case, now if you realize what is happening, ladies and gentlemen, what is happening in Grenada now is that whenever something happens that takes a national front, the persons or the powers that be immediately goes to the back. Because they were so vocal for party. Now they have been given positions on boards and so on, and you can't hear them. Let me just tell you how. Let me help you with one.
Workers of the Grenada Postal Corporation downed tools on Monday morning, clamoring for better working conditions, among other things. More in this report.
It was all work tools down at the Grenada Postal Corporation headquarters at Burns Point on Monday, as workers and their union representative said management needs to address the many outstanding issues facing workers. President of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, outlined some of the issues facing workers, which include rodent infestation, health and safety issues, and no salary increase in 7 years.
And the workers are suffering. Listen, we have workers here that are working for less than $720, right, per month at the Grenada Postal Corporation, the prestigious GPC. Now, if you do a mean average of all the salaries together, right, it adds up on average about $1,200 a month, even, nearing very senior positions in here. The worker's salary has been the same for the past 7 years or so. In addition to the fact that everyone here, even after 7 years of work, is temporary or on contract.
I don't want to bore all you because I don't want the thing to go long. I don't want to bore all you at all. So let me tell all you the response to that. They have a response with you. Let me tell you what is the response to that, what Brother Grimes just spoke about.
Brothers and sisters, I want to tell you something about the National Democratic Congress. This party is about Grenada. It's about Grenada. When we do things, we do for the citizens of Grenada. We don't want to know whether you're yellow, you're green, you're blue, you're whatever. Once you are entitled to it, brothers and sisters, you will get what you are entitled to across the board. And that is why I love this party. We do things fair. When we were giving out scholarships to children, brothers and sisters, we had an independent panel that was sitting down to determine who could get the scholarships, and once you're qualified.
This was a paid political announcement. I repeat, this was a paid political announcement. I cannot understand this. You spoke these words during your campaign. Every Grenadian. And so the past incompetent government had Grenada Postal Corporation in a mess. NNP had this place in a mess. And then we gave it to you. We gave it to you, Brother Randall. And what are you doing? What are you doing with it? They say right now when fellas go to work, the rat asking them for excuse. They said the other day the security stamping and tell a rat, move. The rat look at him and stoops. Right now, if they have to send something in TAMCC, they give a rat. If they have a letter for TAMCC, they give a rat. Quick and very easy. The Grenada Postal Corporation. Rat race. Now you see, at the end of the day, people, and this is what has zeroed me programming today. This is what has zeroed my programming today. Into understanding that these people forgot the things that they said, the promises that they made, the continued disrespect that they continue to utter. And they thought to themselves, don't worry, man, we deleting that on them soon after the election. But somebody press save some way. Somebody press save some way. And when you go under different, you see, you ever set of them now, you see the manner in which they brought the fire. And remember, during the general election, Facebook was the place. And you see, sometimes we were slow too, and I must say that. The New National Party, we were slow to get taken into social media. So now we reach on social media. Now we're here on social media. The old set of people and them, the old tortoise and them, they learn how to use Facebook and Twitter and Instagram now and TikTok. We learn how to use them places and them now. Because during the campaign, all you run riot on those different media. And every day a different clipping. But guess what? Donkey learn how to brush his teeth with Colgate. The old people know how to go live now. Dr. Mitchell know how to sit down and go on Zoom for himself. He learn. So anytime you put on Facebook and YouTube and thing, you go see we. You go see us. There is no need to ask where we the day. We are here. And we don't go in a place. So as long as you all continue to run riot in the state of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique, I will be here. And as I say, I don't go in a place. Whole weekend. I don't know why this man don't go and play basketball. Set a travel. I set a travel. I set a here and there. I set. Anytime you miss them, they're gone. Anytime you miss them, they're gone. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we got to do what we got to do. And from now on going forward, let me tell all you people, go get registered. Go get registered. Tell them, when you go there and they ask you, well, how you come and register also? Tell them the principal send you to register. Registration starts. All other schools have registration. My school have registration. I want the new students that are coming into my class, go get registered. And you know hard, I don't want all you take no plane and bus and all these things and them there. Go to your nearest parliamentary office and go get registered for my classroom. Join my classroom. Join it, don't afraid. I'm giving out certificates just now. Everybody get ready this season. Everybody going up in form. They do it in CPEA, I could do it in my class. Everybody going up. You don't fail, up a road. Everybody going up. Go get registered. And go get registered now. Don't afraid. So, ladies and gentlemen, having looked through my list, I believe I have gone through all my points for this evening. It has been a pleasure, as per usual, to have 171 persons viewed my life. To the persons on my YouTube page, I want to say good afternoon to you, and I hope that each and every one of you are doing extremely, extremely fine. They are there 120 viewers. So you see, do the maths. There are people watching. The message is being disseminated. Communication, verb and subject don't need to agree. Communication is sender, receiver, feedback. That's what's simple like that. You understand me? At the end of the day, when you give me my feedback, I know whether or not you understand. Michael Lambert, you see my face looking shining? It is another beautiful day in the beautiful state of Grenada, Carriacou, and P.T. Martinique. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget tomorrow we are at Hero Square. To the people out there in St. Mark's, I would be there live and in living colors. So be there at Hero Square tomorrow for 6:30. Don't forget we have one of the events coming up where we are going to engage our young people, and we have dynamic speakers that would be joining us. You know, Sister Emmeline Perry is one that I've always had young people to our heart. And so if they are not going to do it, we're going to do it. We're going to meet with our young people, students, young adults. We are going to be coming to you guys. NNP is on the move, and ain't nobody stopping us now. We have rested, we have recuperated, and we're back. And we're back with a bang. So, ladies and gentlemen, on July 22nd, I want to tell you that we are out there for Queen's promotion at Scrampy's Bar. That's in Sobeys. You can get yourself for the East Side tickets are only $20. That is July 22nd. Dinem and Diamond, Pinky and Donna, I want to big up all your whole self today. The new national party, the St. Patrick's West, they present to you on July 28th. Sassy and Sexy Night Cruise. Go get your ticket right now at the party office. $65 get you on the inside. Hard Fete. This is a day cruise that's on the 7th of August. $70 get you on the inside. I want to big up my brother Louis on this one. That would be a big one. Epic. The St. Mark's Social and Cultural Foundation, they present St. Mark's Carnival Launch. That will be on Sunday, July 9th. This would be held on Queen Street. Your boy Royalty James will be hosting that one, so don't forget to be out there for this one. Share Promotion, they present Warm Up to my sister Marisa. Good afternoon to you. That's a night cruise on Wednesday night, and that's the 12th of July. $65 get you on the inside. On Friday night, we have Shanty Soca Monarch. That's on, wow, what a price. At the Shantymel RC School, the person winning get $10,000 in cash prizes and 10 special guest artists. So don't forget $25. Early bird, $30. So don't forget, I would be there too. I'm your host, yours truly, Royalty James. I will be hosting this one again. All right. We have SBG. That's Scaro Bobby and the Good Partners guy. They will be having a day cruise on Sunday pay for the con. And please, it's not the obscenities I'm saying. It is a day cruise, $70 gets you on the inside. That will be Sunday 9th of July. So don't forget that one. And on the behalf of Stepper Promotion, she wants to say thanks to everybody who came out yesterday and enjoy Old Clothes Fete. Don't forget the St. David Secondary School. They would be starting their week of anniversary on the 6th of August. That runs to the 17th. That would be the 53rd anniversary. All right. So it was a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, in being here. And don't forget, we will be back here tomorrow. Please be mindful that the program starts tomorrow at 5. All right. I would have to go to St. Mark's tomorrow to be part of that meeting. So the program tomorrow will start at 5 and would end at 6. So I would post it again to remind you guys, but the program tomorrow will start at 5 and end at 6. So God's blessings to each and every one of you guys. Somebody just showed one for me. Big Slice Threads Promotion, they would be presenting Staggering Day Cruise. That would be on Thursday, the 10th of August. All right. Dash and Boys, it would be aboard the Rum Runner. $100 gets you on the inside. So big up yourself, the person that just sent me the flyer. All right. If you want more information, if you want me to disseminate more information, I can. Just send me whatever information you have, and we would vibe on that. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure. Somebody's saying, let me prefect right there. My prefect is saying, class was nice today. I must say you come well strong. Yeah, normally sometimes people, when you don't see me for a little while, doesn't mean I am not doing my work, right? And Keisha would tell you guys that I am doing my work, but sometimes certain things come up, you understand me, and not every time I can be, there to be part of the program. And I like to do my program now from behind the desk, all right, right? But whenever I can't, I would let you guys know. I do apologize for the days that I'm off, but I'm sure today's class would have surely made up for the past few days that I was not here. All right? So you all have yourself a wonderful evening. Don't forget, we're still having some inclemency in the weather. All right? And I want you to be careful. And it is a pleasure. God's blessings. This is yours truly, Royalty James. I am out. I don't know yet. I am thinking whether or not I should do this, but maybe I should get your all approval in as much as I have tomorrow evening. All right. And I don't know, maybe Mosquito Man link me after the program. Maybe we can link up and do tomorrow's program together. And maybe we could do that from 9. I don't know. I don't know what's your take on it. We could always collaborate tonight and in the morning. And maybe you and I can do tomorrow's program together during the morning period. I don't know. Whatever. If you think it's okay, then just link me, and then we would disseminate the information by tonight. And maybe we could have a serious blaze in the morning. I don't know. All right. So if you can, Mosquito Man, just link me. Somebody said 9 to 11. Somebody said 9 to 11. That's a long time. But I think it could be a good idea. Because Sister Jenny is on tomorrow evening at 5. All right. So Mosquito Man, link me via my cell phone and let me know if that could happen in the morning. If it could, we will go viral for at least 9 and not 8. I don't sleep kind of late. So I'm not promising you to be up that early. So maybe we could try 9 to 9:30. And by tonight we will let you guys know. All right. So again, it was a pleasure being here. God's blessings to each and every one of you. I would see you again tomorrow. Surely you would see me tomorrow. Either you see me tomorrow evening or you see me on Mosquito Man program in the morning. God's blessings to you, and I am out.
Jamo